Morning, seventh graders. Mr. Gavin here. Today we're going to be, or this week, okay, we're going to be starting our 5 paragraph personal narrative essay. Okay, we've all definitely have written a 5 paragraph essay in the past. I'm going to, in this video, take you through the steps so that you can plan it out. And part of planning it is going to be a big portion of your grade. So make sure you take this outline very seriously. Like we always kind of say in language arts, the better your outline is and the more prepared you are with a good solid plan, the easier it is to write an essay. Okay, so make sure as we go through along this, you're planning out your thoughts, getting everything organized, so that when it comes to typing or writing out your essay, that the process becomes smoothly because you already have everything in your outline there for you. Okay, so I am on week 2 folder. Notice it says week 2 because we are now in quarter 2. Okay, Miss Dalton and I'm sorry, I apologize, have organized our folders. So now that all quarter 1 will be in one folder, and now we are starting on quarter 2. So that's why it says week 2. If you are confused, just make sure you look at the dates. You should be watching this video on October 19th. Okay, so that starts Monday. Go ahead and open up that Monday 10/19 folder. Okay, and you will see the personal narrative outline. Okay, up above you should see that video. You must watch this video because it will show you how to complete your outline correctly. But if you are to this point and watching it, you are right on cue. Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and click on personal narrative outline. Okay, follow the directions. I think we skipped this part a lot. Okay, make sure you're following directions. It says fill out this outline to help plan your 5 paragraph personal narrative. Okay, remember you're writing about an experience that you experienced yourself. That's why it is called a personal narrative, story about yourself. Okay, so you will be using first person. First person words, pronouns will be using I because you are talking about yourself. Okay, it says please watch the video located in this folder. That is what you are doing now to help assist you in correctly filling out your outline. Your outline will be a good portion of your grade for this essay, so please make sure you are completing it correctly. Okay, kind of the same information I stated before. Please take this outline seriously. Okay, it will be a big part of your final product. Okay, go ahead and open the assignment with Cami. All right, you will see your essay outline template right here. Here is your prompt. Okay, you must follow this prompt. It is kind of a general prompt, so you may write about something you would like to write about. That was our entire goal for this essay. Okay, but it has to follow some certain guidelines that I will give you in this outline. So let's read the prompt together. You may go ahead and mark it up if you would like, so you remember exactly what you're writing about. Think about your favorite smell. Okay, what does it remind you of? Write a 5 paragraph personal narrative about an experience in your life that brings to life your favorite smell. Okay, so that's what we're all doing. Okay, we're all generating thoughts of your favorite smell. It could be entirely up to you what you want to write about. Okay, it just has to be an experience that has happened in your life. Okay, a lot of examples that I would like to use. Okay, it could be a sporting event. Okay, then everyone knows in a sporting event there's a certain smell when you walk into a gym. Okay, it could be sweat. It could be the gym floor. It could be the football field. Okay, the smell of some green grass. Any of those. It could be the smell of some new baseball leather on your glove. Okay, the smell of the leather as you get a brand new glove. If you are in a band or something like that, what do you smell when you go into that room? If you choose to write about the outdoors, if you have an outdoor experience, okay, what do you smell when you're outside on a hike in the woods? Okay, anything you choose, it just has to be your favorite smell, and what does that remind you of? Okay, and an experience in your life that you know exactly what that smell reminds you of. Okay, as I walk you through this outline, I will go over each part for you. Okay, here will be your introduction paragraph. You will need a power statement and a thesis statement. Okay, your power statement will include some sort of number, right? Okay, and what I mean by that, let me get my text box over here. Okay, it has to include some sort of number phrase. Okay, for example, one of my favorite smells is the brand new leather on a baseball glove. Okay, that is just an example. Remember, you can choose the experience that you want to write about and which is your favorite smell. Okay, notice I have that keyword in my power statement 1. Okay, that is my number cue to kind of tell me what I am going to be writing about. All right, so there I have my power statement figured out. Now I need to write my thesis statement. Okay, my thesis statement is going to introduce to my reader what exactly I'm going to be talking about in my essay. Your personal experience needs to be stated here. Okay, so I've already written my power statement about the glove and the brand new leather and how it smells. Okay, so I'm going to complete a practice example statement for you. Smell the smell of brand new leather on a baseball glove reminds me of when my baseball team won the state tournament. Okay? You do not have to be writing about this particular event, remember, okay? Yours might be something entirely different, but we're all going to have something that includes the smell of something that is our favorite, right? Okay, so now I've introduced one of my favorite smells being a baseball glove in my power statement. Now the reader knows I'm going to be talking about my baseball team when we won the state tournament, okay? Once again, this is just an example for you to show you how to fill out the outline correctly and receive most points possible. Okay, as I move down to body paragraph 1, I would like you just to describe the scene of your favorite smell on this first line. Okay, remember to use descriptive adjectives, okay, figurative language, sensory details, and imagery. The more information you have on your outline, okay, the easier it will be to write your essay when we begin doing so. Okay, so on this outline, I want to describe the setting, on this particular line, I want to describe the setting, where I'm at, who I'm with, the name of my team in particular, okay, where exactly we're playing the game, how we got there, all kinds of different things are going to be in this body paragraph 1. Okay, I want to make sure my reader understands exactly what is going on in the story, okay, and where my favorite smell is coming from. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just describe the scene of my favorite smell on this line above right here. Okay, and then in order to create a paragraph, I'm just going to explain and elaborate and paint the most vivid picture possible in my reader's mind using this 1, 2, and 3 where it says explain. Okay, the better you formulate sentences here, the easier it will be able to come up with a good paragraph when you type your essay. All right, so I could possibly have one sentence here describing the scene of my favorite smell, and in this particular example, my baseball team at the state tournament. Okay, I will go in and describe fans, who were playing, how the game ended up, what position I was playing, okay, how the game ended, all of that just just describing the scene, okay, where I am at, what I am smelling, those things around me, what I hear. Use all of your 5 sensory senses to help you out, okay? And then I always have to have, and I will highlight for you, your conclusion sentence. I think sometimes we get this confused with our concluding paragraph, okay? We have to have a conclusion sentence that wraps up this first body paragraph, right? It's not our concluding paragraph, rather just one sentence that kind of leads me into my next paragraph and wraps up what I'm talking about here. Okay, backtrack for a second. I need to list one example of figurative language I am going to use in this particular paragraph. Okay, so if I create a text box, I need you to list an example of figurative language because that will be one of your requirements to receive full points in this essay. You will need 3 examples at least. Go ahead and use more if you would like, but you need at least 3 examples of figurative language. Okay? If I were going to give you an example, the crowd at the ballpark was as loud as a pack of roaring lions. Okay, there's my simile, there's my example of figurative language. Go ahead and fill it out on that line. Okay, and then complete your first body paragraph outline with your conclusion sentence. Okay, you are going to do those same things for body paragraph 2 and body paragraph 3. Notice the question is a little bit different. In body paragraph 2, I would like you to write about your personal experience, okay, with this smell. So up here, I am just describing the scene of the smell. Maybe I'm describing the crowds like I did in my figurative language. Maybe I'm describing the smells, okay, where the setting is taking place. Maybe it's in Denver. Maybe it's here in Pueblo. Maybe it's out of state. Okay, I'm explaining just the scene in my first paragraph. Now I am explaining the personal experience I had with that smell. All right? So maybe I want to talk about the championship game. Okay, that goes into my personal narrative. Okay, that will go on to this line right here. That is what you personally experienced with this particular smell of the leather glove. Okay, then you need to explain what happened in the game. How did it end up? How did you win? Okay, what took place? Maybe I had the game-winning hit. Maybe I was the pitcher in the game. Those are all just examples for you that go along with my main example of how the brand new leather on a baseball glove is my favorite smell. All right, so I'll go through and do the same thing I did above, except explain it about my personal experience here on 1, 2, and 3. Don't forget to add another example of figurative language in here. Try not to use the most simplest ones. Try to mix it up. Use a metaphor, idiom, onomatopoeia, okay, an oxymoron. Use all of those different examples. Try not to stick with just the main one you know. We want to venture out and use more examples. Okay, and do not forget, I must have a concluding sentence, okay, on this paragraph as well. Now I want to know, how did my experience end? Okay, what was the end result? We won. What did we do after? How did I feel after? Okay, and it all is going to tie into that smell, my favorite smell of my leather glove, right? How did your experience end? What was the end result? Okay, as we've went through the last couple weeks, we've talked about the incidents, the response, and the reflection. Okay, here's where you go with how your experience ended, right? Okay, explaining the scene. What exactly was my personal experience? And I'm talking about the game. And what was my end results with that experience? Okay, how did it end up for me? Remember, you need to fill out each of these lines as well in order to meet the minimum requirements of sentences for your essay. All right, and I know it's a long video, but stay with me. We always have to have a concluding paragraph, which is different than our concluding sentence. For each body paragraph, this right here will be wrapping up our entire essay. Okay, I want to go again. Make sure that it somehow relates to our introduction paragraph about it being your favorite smell and the particular personal experience that you had in your life. Okay, make sure at least 2 or 3 sentences in your concluding paragraph along the body paragraph. You will be somewhere in that 6 to 8 range. Okay, I know if you fill out this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That only gets me to 5 sentences in each paragraph. But I believe we can expand these explanation ones, okay, to come up with our minimum of 6 to 8 sentences per paragraph. Okay, and you are welcome to write more, but just remember, for your requirement, you need to at least have 6 in each paragraph. Okay. Kind of to wrap up this video, remember, it does not have to be about this. Okay.